Hey, what's up, YouTube? Boswell back with another vlog for the Husband Code. Today, I want to talk about failure. And one quote that's always stuck with me is a quote from Michael Jordan, actually. And he says, he's never lost a game, he's only ran out of time. And I want to correlate that with failure. You only fail when you actually quit, right? If you still breathing, if you still waking up every day, that means you haven't ran out of time. That means you're still in the game of life. It's only when you die, it's only when you just say, I'm never gonna attempt it anymore, and you just quit totally and give up. That's when you fail. So many of us, we want to become better. Right? So many of us want to lose weight. We want to have, be the best version of ourselves. We want to have successful businesses. We want to have successful careers in whatever avenue we want to do. But are you in the game putting in the work? Right? Or are you just sitting on the sideline? Or sitting on the bench, should I say. Because sometimes even you still in the game, you still playing on the team, even if you're on the bench, you just not activated, right? You just not out there attempting shots. So a lot of us are watching like, man, I wish I can be on the floor, taking my shots at my success and changing my life a certain way and trying to win and attempting to win. So I just thought that was a powerful quote that, you never lose. Or Michael Jordan saying he never lost a game, he just ran out of time, And so I look at my life, I never quit. And I'm still on this road to success as becoming the best version of myself. And I can't wait to show y'all the full story as far as like even how far I've came with, my weight loss journey. I showed y'all my video as far as Toastmaster speech. I probably just dropped the next one next month because I've done 2 so far and I got a 3rd one coming up. So every month I'm gonna attempt to drop one, so y'all can just see my progression of it. And I want to start, as I get closer to my goal as far as my physical, I start showing you guys more of what I do active in the gym as well. But I say all that to say I don't want to get away from the topic. Is I failed a lot. However, I'm not out of time, and so it's not actually failure because I haven't quit. Right, I'm still in the game. I've gotten off the bench though, and now I'm actually playing the game. I'm attempting my shots. Right, I'm playing defense. I'm offense. So I'm back in the game. I'm not just sitting on the bench anymore. And so I look at failure as well as I heard this quote from Will Smith alone a while back, and it says, he said that practice is controlled failure. And I wanted to share that with you guys because if you're on your journey as far as weight loss too, or building, your best version of your body, as the journey I'm on, being that practice is controlled failure, you can kind of correlate that to being in the gym as well. When you're in the gym and you lifting weights, you actually attempting to go to failure when you lifting that weights. You doing a lot of reps, and at the end you're attempting to go to failure because when you go to failure, that's where the growth happens. That's how you become stronger. That's when you start to really stress your muscles to the point that they fail. But out of that becomes growth. And so I want to connect that with life. A lot of us has had a lot of different failures throughout our journey, or taking our journey to failure, but we never quit, And so I just want to connect that, like, if you're out there practicing, right, which is a process of controlled failure, repetition, doing things over and over to become better, then just know that you're on the right process, that you're in the process of growth. But you have to know that you have to understand that growth pattern. You have to understand the practice of life and putting those repetitions in and how that correlate with your day to day. It seems like every day is just practice. Everything we do every day when we go to work, or you know, certain things we do and how we move, you have to look at it like that. It's like practice. When you go to, if you ever play sports, you know, like I mentioned before, I played basketball, football, baseball, a little bit of tennis. I played it all. Um, but I say that to say all of them had practice. And again, with that practice, it's to make you better. It's to get you prepared for game time. And so a lot of us is stuck in just practicing the repeated cycle of the process of failure, going to failure. But at some point, you got to get out of practice. At some point, you got to get in the game. You have to get off the bench. You can't constantly sit on the sidelines just waiting for you to get called. You have to say, hey, I'm going in the game. And one other thing I learned as well, and let me make sure I say this quote right, because I told you I got a lot of quotes. One day I'm going to show it. It says, amateurs practice until they get it right. Professionals do it until they can't get it wrong. And so I thought that was very powerful. And so how does it relate to failure? When we all start the game of life as amateurs, right? We're attempting to do things to learn how to do them until we get them right. At what point do you switch your life to become a professional where you do it until you can't get it wrong? It's just two sides of the coin. So you have to get out of failure. You have to get out of the amateur stage. And it takes time. It takes practice, right? But you have to understand that you can't always just constantly practice your whole life. I know it sounds counterintuitive, but at some point, you have to transition to that professional stage. You know? So, and again, it takes a lot of work to become successful. I had a video yesterday just talking about there's no shortcuts in this process either. But it's a process, and it's controlled failure. So just really think about that. Again, every day is basically the process of practicing failure. Every day, just think about it like that, man. But how can you get better every day that actually you start to win in that process? And it's just not practice anymore. So think about that when it comes to your marriage, that all the different failures of the practice you've done, right? Think about your career, like you going to work every day, putting in the work. That's all practice for you to get to your better version, to get to your successful, to get that promotion, right? All the reps you put in with this girl when you dating, all the time you put into the gym. At some point, you'll get that body you want. At some point, you'll get the health you want. And at some point that you stay on your destination for success, your process of success, you'll become successful. I firmly believe that. Go back and watch my video from yesterday as well, me talking about just successful people and how they didn't take shortcuts, the real ones didn't take shortcuts. They put in the work. They put that practice in every day until they made it. And now it's not practice. They're doing it as professionals. So, again, I just thought that was very powerful in regards to failure and the viewpoint from like Michael Jordan, just saying, hey, he never lost a game. He never failed. He just ran out of time. And so that's why he one of the greatest ever. And I think we all have greatness in us. But at some point, we had to make the switch. We had to understand the process of what we're doing. Some of us don't even know we're in a process. And again, I didn't know I was in a process. But now we know. So I appreciate y'all listening to the message today. Drop a comment below. Tell me what you think about the video, about the message. Hit a like on the video as well. Subscribe if you just getting here. And if you've been rocking with me, subscribe if you haven't already. And I appreciate you guys. I'll see y'all next time. It's Boswell. I'll talk to you. Thank you again.